Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we have a letter that came in to customer service off of the Colin Montgomery is Vertical article daily that we did, and this comes from That Will Do Nicely. He didn't sign a name or everything, but That Will Do Nicely, and I think we're going to see what he's doing nicely from his golf setup that he learned from PPGS and his swing. He says, Don, many thanks for your views on my email. Your concept with the left knee is so important. Now I see and wish I had seen in the past the collapse of the left side resulting from that inward knee collapse. Your swing would revolutionize golf for millions if only they could try it. Best wishes. Again, That Will Do Nicely. So I guess he sent That Will Do Nicely sent in an email request through customer service about talking about the left knee. So let's talk about it again. And yes, you are right. It will definitely. The peak performance swing would revolutionize golf for millions if they only could try it. Not only would it make them better golfers, because we're going to teach them how to make the peak performance golf swing, which is a vertical swing, the only swing that realistically swings that is 100% based on science, physics, and physiology, and it's got the body swinging the way the body's designed to move, and in maximum harmony with the laws of physics, and number one law being gravity. And basically, I think one of the most important things is as we say, the first secret or rule of the peak performance golf swing is golf is a game of angles. The fewer the better. All right, and so the number one angle I've always called the left wrist or the forward wrist for whoever plays, because if you start breaking your wrist, I mean, I can look at how much I can move my club just with my wrists. All right, and then once my wrist goes far enough, breaks enough, guess what happens? How many people say they got trouble holding the club at the top of the backswing? Because if you get up here and you really break the wrist and gravity now starts putting the club down, it's pretty hard to keep your wrists, to keep your fingers tight on the club, because it's creating tremendous amount of stress and strain and pull on the muscles that come from the hand through the wrist into the forearms to hold it together. And in many cases, when that's really getting dangerously stretched out, the brain makes those muscles relax a little to give and so that it reduces the stress and strain, because tension, stress, and strain eventually equals pain, and those can cause problems of inflammation of your tendons and your joints and your ligaments, and even stretching them to maybe tearing them, and none of that's good. So we see that with a lot of golfers at the top of the backswing. They get into that. So that's number one domino. But back to the knees. Well, after that wrist up there, what's the most important thing? Your knees. Because if you got too much knee movement, all right, you could be moving all over the place. And if we got to stay relatively level and stable in the swing, it starts from the knees, as I call them. The knees are the levelers and the stabilizers. I mean, when we walk, we basically stay relatively level, because our knees are going to stay fairly firm and quite in the right same position. But when we swing at a golf club, and the whole world was told that to get a 90-degree or more turn, and when most golf instructors realized that, I mean, most golfers can't make a 90-degree turn without help, all right? And that help is what? Standing here, and you got to lift the foot up a little bit, or at the least roll your knee into the inside and get that knee going so it'll flee up your hip, and you can go farther and make a bigger turn with your hips, your knees and hips, and therefore your shoulder. And so, but since we don't want a big turn, because all we want to do is turn to just here over the toe line and up, we control the left knee. The knees are your levelers and stabilizers. I think most of you stand here and you just look down at your knees and you just stand here and tell me, just look at your knee and stop moving it inside and tell me how far can you move that left knee before you feel it starting to pull your hip. And most people tell me it's not even an inch in most cases. So that means once you reach that inch, if you keep going, it's now that knee moving inward is going to stop pulling the hip down, which is going to stop pulling the left shoulder down. And if the left side's going down, the right side's going up. So the left knee's collapsing, the right shoulder's collapsing at the hips coming downward, the head's moving forward, the spine's moving forward, the right leg is now straightening up, the hips being put up, and you're into what we call the reverse tilt. All right? And so you must keep your knees level. So PPGS says what? Get into a good posture, give us a little bit of outward pressure in the knees, wide knees, outward pressure, sort of like the quarterback getting the snap, the tennis player waiting for the serve, the baseball player in the ready position out in the field. We call it sometimes riding a skinny pony, skinny horse. Just enough outward pressure where you can feel the pressure and you can resist. All right, we don't want pressure, outward pressure, where you're going to start rolling your feet to the outside edges where they both roll out, because now you're going to be collapsing. It's just enough to get that little bit of stretch in here, and then you maintain the stretch. You resist the left knee in the backswing. And when you do that, it's going to basically cut down your movement of your knees, which is going to cut down all the rest of the movement of your body, but most importantly, cut down your turn and keep you more level. Because once that knee moves about past an inch, it's going to start even coming downward, inward, and downward, and there's the tilts, and that's the problems. So since PPGS is a 3/4 limited turn, we turn only to the toe line. We resist with the left knee, keeps the knees stable. So if you got out 3 boxes, ankles to the knees, knees to the hips, hips to the shoulders, the top of the bottom box, the knees, if you change that, all 3 boxes, especially the 2 upper ones, are going to start tilting and wobbling and all these other things, and it's like you might as well be trying to play golf standing on a waterbed. All right? So the secret to PPGS is 3/4 limited turn. Well, the knees are the bees. Move them too much and you get stung. So if you don't want to get stung, keep the knees wide, outward pressure, come straight up and down. Maintain that. Resist the left knee coming in. You stay stable, you stay level, and you start hitting the ball much more solid and straight. Hitting better shots so you can shoot those lower scores. That's it for the search for today on the knees of the bees. And that's how we control and make the limited turn 3/4 PPGS backswing. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.